Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to another spirit message and tip. So I actually just emailed myself the spirit message and tip and I cut it out to put it on my own refrigerator so that I walk by it every morning or anytime I need. And I just wanted to quickly share it on the channel, especially when I saw the timestamp was 922. So this is help to release stress and pressure to lighten up. So it's 4 points at all 4 points. And I'm going to get into it in depth because once you get this understanding, it is mind-blowing, it is mind-altering, and you will have such an, it's so eye-opening, it's so educational. Okay, so this is why I brought it all down to 4 points, because if you remember the 4 points, you will never forget it and you will always remember to use it, and already it's working. So that's why I'm printing it out and reminding myself, especially when I feel like I've gotten hit. And you're going to find that you're going to feel like you've gotten hit, or you're waking up and you feel free floating like anxiety or stress or pressure. And to be honest with you, I mean, we are bodies of water. And when I say to family and friends and anybody who will listen, we're just like a pot of water, right? And it's just how many elements can you do when it's about to blow over or there's something bubbling underneath the surface? It has to go somewhere. And you might find that you need to air it out, get it out. Yes, yes, yes. And so this is a very real way, help to release stress and pressure, to lighten up, to almost like what they equate it as, like evaporate it, to get it out of your mind, body, spirit. And to know on the big stage, I mean, in all aspects, when we don't do this, you know, there are huge health concerns after a while with that. The pressure does build up. So even on the small scale, say you feel anxiety or pressure or stress, you could feel it in your shoulders, in your neck, the pressure, the heaviness. But then, or you hear all the noise outside. I mean, we don't get a minute, right? It's like everything is stressful, intrusive. It's a lot. And all along the way, we need to relieve the stress, the pressure, and air it out and release it. You'll feel a difference in the moment. But then also, if you don't do this, chronically, it builds up, adds up, whether you're conscious of it or not. And then we start having dis-ease. We start having real issues. But anyway, but this is more about the day-to-day, to realize as quick as it comes in that you can get it off you can release it. And this is really, really powerful. And that's why it's all brought down to 4 points, but I want to talk about it. I put it down to 4 points, so it's very like to the point, like everything else. So quickly remember, right there for you, instant reminder, because on some level you know this already, and when you do it, you already know it works already. We just forget, and then it starts spiraling and building up on itself, right? So here are the 4 points, and it's almost like this little figure on the right is to think of the one, like it's top to bottom, side to side. It really is top to bottom, side to side. So to the side, on one hand, it is the plate. Like you could wake up in the morning and just feel like you have so much on your plate. It's too much. We have so much on our plate, and people are putting things on our plate. Like we don't even realize what we've put on our plate, and people just add to our plate. So it could be things on the big stage, small stage. The big stage is what I mean in the world outside of your control, right? Things that you put on your plate that are not even for you to do, which is the other number 2 on the other side. So on your plate means what people have hit you with, put on your plate for you to digest, or all your to-do list that you couldn't even possibly do or handle today. So the number one thing when you wake up in the morning, because you might wake up overwhelmed or already with the pressure, anxiety, or stress, is clear off the plate. Take everything off your plate. Now, I can't tell you what that might feel like on your back, like just get it all off your plate, like completely. Just what, you know, when somebody just wipes the table down and throws all the plates off the table, like clear off all the food, everything that was loaded on your plate, just, or you can just tip over your plate and let it all fall to the ground. So you have nothing on your plate, and breathe for a second. You have nothing on your plate, and then think, on this day, what do I want to do? So one by one, you're putting things back on your plate. Everything is much more manageable. You could start with, okay, next I have to go to work. I have to get breakfast. You start adding, let me call this person, but first clear the plate and then slowly add on. It sounds really light. It sounds like, but if you actually do this in practice, you'll see the difference in your energy when you've cleared the plate, and then one by one, you're adding things back on the plate. And so then it's very clear, what are your priorities? What is in your control? What are you actually going to do? What makes sense? What's in the here and now? What's the next step? So we're not overwhelmed, right? Okay, number 2 is breathe. Now, there's so many different ways to breathe, and you can vary it. There are a couple of ways I've been guided to breathe that are just so freaking amazing. One is you breathe, of course, everybody says breathe in through your mouth, in through your nose, and exhale out your mouth, and picture you're blowing out your stress, your worries, and everything else. Another way they guided me to breathe was really breathe in deep and feel like you're pushing down everything you've been holding in your body, and it's coming out your feet. Blowing down through your feet, down into the earth and out, almost like you're a tree or a flower, and it's blowing, you're exhaling it, and you're releasing it through your roots, through the bottom of your feet. And another powerful way I get that is so amazing, because sometimes you feel like you're just drowning in the stress and the pressure. It's like all through your body. Inhale through your nose and mouth at the same time. Fill your entire body with, this is especially good when your mind is filled with just like ridiculous, the whole world and everything big and small in your head is going crazy. Inhale really, really deep, as much as you can, in your nose and mouth at the same time. Fill up your entire body, and then exhale out the top of your head. Like, see how the figure is just evaporating it out the whole top of your head, like pushing it out like an explosion off the top of your head, almost like that emoji that I'm flashing on right now. But it's like, so everything from your whole body is lifting up from the top of your head. So it's not even just, oh, breathing out your mouth and blowing it out and seeing it going farther and farther away and getting it out, which is great. But when you feel consumed, why don't you just inhale it all and just let it explode out the top of your head all at once? So it cleans out everything from your body and your mind. You're almost like a blank slate afterwards if you do this literally like 3 times. You inhale as much as you can and exhale out the top of your head and just let it all blow up out into the sky and the clouds. I mean, it's just like you're just getting it all off of you. It feels like you're, instead of getting it out of you, it feels like you're literally energetically getting it off of you. Like out of you and off of you. So there's something, and also at the top of your head is such a bigger opening than your mouth. I don't know. So again, you can exhale out your mouth. You can, breathe in through your nose, exhale out your mouth. You can exhale almost out the roots of your feet. So you're draining. I call it like draining, like flowers, like go out your roots. I do that all the time. Like something's pouring through the top of your head, like a current, and then you're draining it all out the bottoms of your feet. I do that a lot during the day. And then the other one is literally exhaling through your nose and mouth and letting it blow out the top of your head. I'm finding that's like really getting it off. Okay, so that was the 2 points. So the 1 point was, what are people putting on your plate? Picture on your left hand, you're holding a plate that's filled to the rim. That's the 1 point, to dump that plate, and then one by one add on what is on your plate for the day. 2 is up the top of your head, is the second point, is the what is on you, what is in your body, what needs to get off you or out of you. Then on the other side, remember it's top, bottom, side to side, right? Number 3 is the other hand, and then you're doing. What is the point of doing? So the 1 is the digesting, like what people are feeding you or what you're getting energetically or what you're putting in, right? And number 3 is the other hand. What are you doing that can help support this process? Because once you release stress and pressure, you're literally lightening up. You're lightening up, first of all, the pressure, the stress and all that, but then also you're filling up with more positive light energy. Just like, right? So it's like the more you let go, you actually fill up, you're more light. You're filled with more light. It's very dense darkness with the pressure and the stress. We're densing. They're showing it's like densing. So lightening up. It almost makes me feel like they're flashing on when I tried to make bread. It's like the aim is to get more air in it, to get lighter, to release. I don't know. There's something about this. Release the stress and the pressure. Okay. So this is literally like right now I'm doing a video. Right now I have the channel. I do reach for readings. I reach for, what do you reach for to release stress and pressure, to lighten up? So I do a lot of exercise. You might reach for exercising. You might do readings for yourself. You might watch videos. You might watch something positive, listen to fabulous music, take more breaks. I've been finding as crazy busy as it gets, ironically, you need more downtime to digest it all or evaporate it or incorporate, right? It's so as much as what you're fed on the daily, you might have to put in more counteracting that. Especially because a lot of people who find my videos, you're like me, you're an empath, you're very highly sensitive, and as the world is so kicked up, you're getting a lot of guidance, which leads to 4. It is stay open to the love, support, backing that you're getting through all your clairs, all you're guided to, directly, indirectly, just like this would be count as directly, like ideas, inspiration, suggestions that you're getting, and education you're getting, just a knowing you're getting. Don't doubt it. Don't discount it. Nobody has to agree with you, and no one gives you permission to do it. Just do it because it will make a difference in your life. Pass it on to people you trust or love or care for, right? For them to utilize as well. And also indirect. Stay open. Number 4 is really stay open to all the love, support, backing that is supporting you right now, to release stress and pressure and to lighten up. So again, you might be getting direct and indirect support, whether it's divine wisdom, divine ideas, something to implement, something to do, something to try, something, right, that is going to keep you like that. What's really interesting that I feel guided to do is more self-care, more things, even if it takes 5 minutes to relax, de-stress, right? So you could be guided to things, little tools, like I call, put it in your spiritual toolbox that adds to the ways that you release stress and pressure to lighten up. Also, the divine wisdom. It's going to be 11:11 on this video. This is all to keep you lit no matter what, to keep you positive no matter what, to keep your spirits up no matter what, utilizing everything that you're getting, directly, indirectly, that's supporting you in all ways. Like I said, the most amazing thing is not only do you get guidance for what you're doing, like on the steps for, say, what you're doing outside to manifest or create something, or in your work. You know what we talk about, like an artist might get a divine idea or a divine creation or divine inspiration to do something, which everybody does get in the day-to-day to use. You know, it's not just artists. To follow that and trust that, right? To follow your heart no matter what, to keep your spirit up no matter what. It was no joke, those guidebooks at this time, literally. But then also, what was I going to say? Now I lost my train of thought. Utilize everything that you're getting. Oh, this is it. They're not just guiding you and giving you this divine wisdom and supporting everything you're picking up through your clairs to actually create something or do something in your life on the outside, but to actually lift your spirit up, no joke, to keep you lit, to keep you connected. Ironically, when you do this, I will say at the very bottom, this is, oh my God, the whole point, and that's why I'm rambling so much. The whole point is, when you get to this is to be and stay free, clear, connected, yet aligned, anchored, and full of this instead. And that's the whole point. And I have chills everywhere. This is at the same point. It almost looks contradictory. This is to be and stay free, clear, connected, like what I call calm, cool, connected. They keep on saying, instead of calm, cool, collected, it's calm, cool, connected. And that seems like the antithesis of, but yet you're staying aligned and anchored and full of this instead. So, right? So this is when it means when you're releasing stress and pressure to lighten up and you're taking care of it. You realize too, the wisdom, like when you get hit, like just this morning, to be honest with you, I was hit. First of all, I was hit. You're picking up energy on the big stage, small stage, and also from other people as an empath. You might not even know where this is coming from. Sometimes you know immediately. Sometimes I know when I've been hit. Sometimes I'm even hit through an email or online. You get hit energetically and all. They don't have to be in front of you, right? I got hit with an obnoxious, rude email greeted at 8 a.m. I was like, do you feel better? Because you literally like slapped me through the email. It was a stranger, somebody I don't even know. Okay, I was like, do you feel better? But let it again. It was like this morning, I felt like that got put on my plate. But knowing this, I was like, I see it. I acknowledge what was put on my plate for me to digest. And you know what? I see it for what it is. Does he feel better? Does he feel like some kind of power trip? Who the heck knows? But I deleted the email. I don't have to see it every time. I kept on seeing it every time I went into my emails, and I'm like, I'm deleting you. I'm deleting your butt. I don't need to see you every single time, right? So, and then the wisdom to know I'm not digesting that. I'm not going to carry that on my plate for the rest of the day. I'm not carrying it on my plate for my morning. No, no, no. I am tipping my plate over. You can hand it back. I'm not carrying it with me. And actually, I'm doing a video to pass along these tips, right? It seems so, it's like grabbing it back and being more lit. Then other things can happen. If you feel stressed and everything else and burn, get on a piece of equipment, exercise, move it on out of your body, move it on out of your mind, move it on out, right? You want to be lighter and you'll feel it in your body. wherever you get your aches, your pains, your burdens, right? The pressure, the stress causes pressure, is very dense energy. And that's when you know you need to lighten up. That's why we always talk, like if you talk to your friends and get it out, you're airing it out, right? Think of you as a body of water that you need. Something's bubbling under the surface or something's weighing you down. You need to get it out. So you can talk it out, air it out. You can dance around. You can, and you know what's interesting? You'll find you're reverting back to the things that naturally you always loved to do even as a kid. Like I know I gravitate to, let me blast my music, my dance music, and dance around like a fool. Like whether I'm like dancing in my chair while I'm working or dancing while I'm cooking, or I don't, it's like just being free. And ironic, as you lighten up, you do feel free, not just from the thing that hit you or whatever, but within your own energy, you feel more free. And with that comes, oh my gosh, you're on a totally different octave, and you deserve to be on a totally different octave. And that is everything that we're getting, that no matter what is going on, you remain and stay, be and stay free, clear, connected, yet aligned and anchored and full of this instead. And besides everything I'm saying, pay attention. Number 4 is all about what you're directly going to get, what you're going to be guided to on the outside, what you're going to get directly from all your clairs that are going to help with this, that are going to help support you with releasing stress and pressure and lightening up. Almost like you're your own Einstein, your own scientist. I say this all the time to people in my family, like, be your own spiritual scientist. Get your own evidence. When you get something, use it, do it, and see how it changes. I mean, that's where we're getting a whole spiritual education directly, right? So I share it on a video, but you don't have to share it with anybody. I would say 90% I don't share. I'm sharing this tip because you can incorporate it and tweak it. So I want to pass it on, but like really personal things, no. It's like you put it in your spiritual toolbox and you use it. It's so like personalized. So number 4 is really about the personal things that you're going to get for love, support, backing to do this, and definitely do it. Like you might be guided to watch stupid shows from your childhood. You might be guided to look up your old favorite song. It will empower you in some way. You might be inspired to take a class. It's gonna, we need escapism, creative juices flowing. We need to feel, light. You're going to get guidance directly. So just follow up directly. That's really what number 4 is. But again, the whole point is to be and stay free, clear, connected, yet aligned, anchored, and full of this instead, no matter what. So I wish you the best with this. Let me know how it goes. And also any other suggestions that you do that you find work, because people, read the comments, and besides what I say, you can leave your love, support, backing that you've gotten along the way and pass it on too. I wish you the best. Yes, this was all about help to release stress and pressure, to lighten up. Let me tell you this. You can even say, as you're going to sleep or waking up in the morning, like I need, like saying with your mind and heart, like I need help to release stress and pressure today. I need to lighten up. And stay open, like as you're making your coffee or walking to work or doing something, showering mindlessly, and wait for something to plop in as a suggestion. You'll be amazed. And then you should do what I do. Email yourself. I don't care where you are. Everybody has their phone. Email yourself, because it's brilliant. You're brilliant. You have the answers. If you ask, you get the answers, and then it's for you to follow up. Just like all the readings lately, they were saying, don't deny. You're like the embodiment of the high priestess and the magician, the high priestess and the empress. So like use all you're getting and apply it to your life. And you don't have to wait for someone else to say they agree, because they're not. And they don't even know what you're experiencing. Like they don't even know. Nobody's in your shoes. It's like you could be amazed and blown away. That's all that matters, really. It just has to work for you. That's why you're getting it. So yeah, I wish you the best with all that you get, direct, indirect, and especially when it comes to releasing stress and pressure and lightening up, because we all need it. And when you lighten up, you affect everyone around you. It's like the sun. You light up, and it's like you have no idea how you're affecting everybody and everything in your orbit, quite literally. And how you're showing up is different, and what you have to give is different, and what where you're coming from is different. Your energy is different, and it's like, so you're doing it to yourself first. It's been coming out in the readings. Like you do the work for yourself. Like I say, light working is a 24/7 job. You want to feel like the brilliant sun. It's a lot of work to do, and it's worth to do. First, you feel better, and then it's like you're showing up in the capacity you want to be. And you have more to give, and you're getting help and support to be that. So I just find it all so amazing. So stay open to all of that. Yeah, this is to be and stay free, clear, connected, yet aligned, anchored, and full of this instead. And you put this into practice, it becomes easier and easier and easier because quite frankly, you start noticing when you feel the difference. It's almost like, wow, I'm in a freaking dark room and I want to turn on the light and I'm reaching for the light. And that's really what it is. Like, it's so freaking dark. Where's that light switch? And I am choosing to walk over and turn on the light. And I'm going to do it again and again and again. And if people keep shutting it off, I'm going to turn it back up. You know, it's like that. So that comes from the inside, right? That can't, like, all of a sudden it was like my core just got activated. It's like, no, we got to pull ourselves up. It's like if you start feeling sinking, yes, gravity is real. It's not just like, oh, something's going to fall to the ground. This is heavy, dense, reach for the light. And it really is this. So yeah, help to release stress, pressure, to lighten up. This is all at all 4 points, the 4 points, right? So yeah, I'll put this in the description box and my little diagram on the right, but just picture this and whatever else you get along the way as well to utilize to lighten up. I wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.